Welcome to Yachting Review's sailing test of the Hanse 460. First of all, thanks everyone for watching the Sirius 35DS video. It's our most viewed video now, with nearly 30,000 views in 5 days. Anyway, 91% of the people who did watch aren't subscribed. So please, please, please like and subscribe. That's how we can keep doing this. So the Hanse 460, released in 2022 and won European Yacht of the Year in the family cruiser category. What's it all about? Well, you've got a big bathing platform here with the bathing ladder, and this bathing platform raises electronically. You've got this gap here. One of the options is like a barbecue box here, so you kind of stand on the bathing platform and make your barbecue. This boat doesn't have it, so they put this little ledge in here so that when the bathing platform's up, there's no kind of crevice here. So the helm seats rise on gas struts. To really open up the space. And this is just like a gas strut, so it kind of soft closes. Basically, when the bathing platform's up, it needs something to shove it down, and that's what does it. So you've got your deck shower there, after clean up after your swim, and in here is a deep locker for a life raft. And then over here, there's a big full width lazarette. So just put down this helm seat. This is one of 2 helm stations. It's Yacht steering, which is always great news. This has got the upgraded electric winches, which controlled from here. Electric throttle. There's the autopilot there, big touchscreen, Raymarine there, your engine controls, bow and stern thruster, and engine start and stop. So we've got these big sheet bins here to keep all your lines tidy. Gas locker there, which vents over the side, and there's the bilge pump handle for the bilge pump, which is just there. So big spacious cockpit. It's 4.79 meters beam, the yacht that is. So it's encouraging to have A, grab rails, and B, just you're not flying all over the place under sail. Tables fold out for dining, and you've always got this clear walkway through. 2.3 meter cockpit benches, so there's plenty of room to stretch out. I'll probably spend my time here. The cockpit lockers, which you might be able to see, are just sole depth because there are twin aft cabins. So you've got hatches here into the aft cabin and the heads, and little tidies here for your mugs and your phone and keys and all that sort of stuff. And then a little handrail to get you down into the companionway. So this boat has got the optional second forestay, which has 145% genoa on it, which is why the track is back here. Got a good handhold there, bit of a lunge to there, another one there. Good side decks, easy to get past the shrouds. So it's got the German main sheet system, which is great for safety because it keeps the main sheet out of the cockpit. It's got in-mast furling, Selden mast. It's got these halyard tensioners here, so you don't, you're not actually winding the halyard, you're just tightening it up. It's got the self-tacker, which you use when you're not under the huge genoa, and decent tow rails, kind of safe. So there's moulded non-slip all over the coach roof, which feels good. This is flexi-seat deck, and you've got these flush hatches. That's the fore-cabin hatch. And in here is a very deep sail locker. That deep. There's also a hatch here, so you can maintain the bow thruster. Forward of that, got a 1500 watt quick windlass and a chain locker in there. The anchor's under the bowsprit, and at the end of the bowsprit is a tack for your code sail or Jenica or whatever. Captain washboard there, and great handholds to get you safely below into the saloon, which has 2 meters and 6 per headroom here and 197 forward, so that's 6'9" and 6'5", so plenty of headroom. This is a French oak LP. There are 3 other options. Likewise, there are 4 options for the Sol as well. So there's the chart table. Got a good handhold there to see forward into the galley. Got some stowage under there. It's not tremendously deep. A bit more out here. Some bins there. Plotter, stereo, VHF, and there's controls for the autopilot up there. And I like the window. So outboard, the rest of your controls. So we get your switch panels there. So there's your 240 panel for when you're on shore power, and here's your 12 volt system. Very snazzy little SI Marine unit there, complete with a couple of USB ports. And behind is access to all your black boxes. Also, got your red and white light for chart reading. So into the galley. Very nice spice rack there, which hopefully won't open itself. Got 2 sinks here. Good depth to them. Plenty of lockers. And great ventilation too, because these ports and these hatches all open. Tons and tons of space. Might need a bit of organising generally. That's as you would expect. Up and over hob cover for your 3-burner oven. And pot locker under there. There's your bins. I'm not totally convinced by these. They seem a bit sticky. Cutlery drawer there. Another one here. And a big fridge which has top access with a little ice maker in there. And front access too. So in addition to all this stowage, there's more under the deck, big space there. More space here. And then there are lots of other access panels for your seacocks and your calorifier and all sorts of things to make maintenance easy. So you're seating on this side, nice handrail there. There's a bottle locker in there. Here's your light switch for the LEDs and these recessed LED lights as well. Table with a nice trivet in the middle. It goes up and down, so you can turn that into a huge daybed if you wanted. So plenty of natural light from these hatches, all of which open. Likewise the ones on the side. Some more storage out here. And there's also a second bottle locker there. So let's get these cushions out of the way and I'll show you what's underneath. So under here you've got access to all your electrical systems. There's a couple of AGM batteries there. There's your battery switches here, charger there, inverters, all your electrical systems under these seats. So you've got some stowage in there, nice board-backed seats. They're not quite as, they're not very forgiving. So this is the port aft cabin. It's got an opening hatch here, which is under the spray hood, so you could have that open whenever you like. Another one into the cockpit here, and there's a whole port out there, and they've all got blinds. There's another little hatch there with kind of a cowling over it. So 2 meters 8 headroom here, which is about 6'10". 1.8 meters here, which is 5'11", and the berth is 196 long, so 6'5", and 162 wide, which is 5'4". There's a hatch at the back which leads into the lazarette. There's some engine access panels here and the engine battery switch. Under here you've got the 2 engine batteries, and you've also got the stern thruster. So it's kind of offset to this side, but that's where you'd maintain it from. So in terms of storage, there's a large drawer under the bed. There's a locker out here, hanging locker. And there's a little cubby there. Nice little detail. All these little light switches there have got USB ports in the bases, so you can charge your phone overnight. So this is the ensuite, the port aft cabin. There's another door there, so I guess it wouldn't be used as a day ahead too. Electric flushing loo. Locker space there. More outboard. Opening hatch. Another one there. This one doesn't have a blind. This one does. Shower here. Access to your sea cocks through there. A nutty little folding shower door. Magnetic catches. And that's about it for the ensuite. Starboard aft cabin is very similar to the other one, except it's not ensuite. And you've got a big fuel tank under here. Hanging locker outboard. I'm not getting on with these latches. So the starboard aft cabin can be ensuite, but on this one, it's a utility room. You've got a big freezer down there and a washing machine here. So here's access to the front of the engine, and you can take this panel out too, so you could access the impeller. The raw water filter's right at the back. You can reach everything, it's just not perhaps as easy as one might wish. But yeah, these panels come out, there are 2 at the back that come out, so you can access the back of the engine and the sail drive. So this is the forward cabin, definitely the owner's, beautiful ensuite there. 1.96 headroom, so 6'5", and again, you know, swathes of alpi. So a hanging locker there, shelved locker there. Storage out there, there's also storage along here. And a bin locker at the back, so there's loads of stowage. And tons of light as well. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 opening hatches and 2 hull ports. This is really light and bright. It's a place you kind of want to be. So, huge berth. It's 2 meters by 1.9, so 6'7" by 6'3". Under it is the water tank, fresh water. Another hanging locker here. But I really think they've upped their game on design here. This is a Berret-Racoupeau boat. They parted ways with Jules Rollec. a while back. But I just love, so the panelling around the hull ports with the dark finish around the hull ports and the sort of sweeping headboard. It's the, you know, cream panels up here instead of the usual white. They've really upped their game. This has made a big difference. Another huge drawer here. And of course the ensuite. So this is the owner's ensuite. Nice contrast here with the white against the French oak. There's a shower here with the same sort of shower curtain that folds out. Mirror outboard, some stowage under there. Another little locker there to get at your Webasto heating junction. Electric loo, and there's a holding tank up there. So this was the first boat designed by Berret-Racoupeau for Hanse yachts. They've been Udol Frolic for years before that, but when they came to, you know, manufacturing a new range, they invited several tenders, and Berret-Racoupeau got it because I think Udol Frolic was just a bit samey, maybe. And I really like what they've done here. So it's got the reverse bow, which is, you know, quite aggressive, and then it's got this hard chine that kind of softens all the way back. And I like these details around the windows. It's, you know, sort of contoured, like a go faster stripe. So the hull is cored above the waterline, solid laminate under it, and here you've got sheets of carbon to, you know, support the chain plates. So it's robust. So there's another design detail I really like. Is this this sort of cowling and the black hull under it, which gives it a bit of elevation somehow. If it were me, I'd have little LED downlighters in here to give it a bit of jazz by night. So if you're enjoying this video, and I hope you are, please take a second to like and subscribe, because that helps us make these videos. Thank you. So it's been kind of a light day. We got the Genoa out to start with. The Genoa is huge, it's 145%, so those are the tracks for it just there. And that gave us some wheels, that gave us a bit of a push. Then we mixed it up a bit and took out the self-tacker instead. Self-tacking is obviously easy, and the Genoa was a case of furling it in, tacking over, then furling it out again. Which is, you know, who's in a hurry? So electric primaries, electric secondaries, and you can run both sets from either helm station. They've all got controls. There's your main in, main out, continuous line. The out haul's over there, just stick it on an electric winch, hit go, and then just turn the circular line. The gypsy for the self-tacker, one line, wind it in. There's your Genoa sheet. We're not using the Genoa at the minute. And there's the main sheet. Over here, there's the van control, the other end of the main sheet, out haul, halyard tensioner, and a spinnaker halyard that we haven't used because there are no offwind sails on the boat. So it's super easy. Everything's led back to these winches, and they're electric. You know, this is effortless pretty much. Well, we're underway. We're not heeling over, obviously, because the wind's very light. But these, I love. These are great. There's another one here, there's another one here. You can make your way forward. Another one by the forward cabin. It's secure, which for a 46-foot boat, I guess you'd expect. This did fire open when we were sailing, as did one of the drawers. That one, I think. So yes, just make sure you lock them. So So yes, it's pretty light. The true wind's maybe 10 knots, a bit less. So sailing, it was largely, well, we came down as far as 120 apparent, and with an apparent wind speed of 4.8, we got 4.5 knots. Apparent wind speed of 4.1 at 100, we got 4.7 knots of boat speed. At 11.4 knots for apparent wind speed at 064 apparent wind angle, we got 6.9 knots. 11.9 apparent wind at 036, we got 4.7 knots. And 11.2 at 040, we got 6.4, which is lively. I think it's really, it's not sport billy pace, but this is a 46-foot boat that's built for family cruising. You're not expecting it to foil into the distance. It's very comfortable. It's easy to sail. You can single-hand it easily. And because it's got the bow thruster and stern thruster, parking it is pretty simple as well. Would need a bit of practice, but yeah, looking at the way Elliot particularly was handling it, he's tamed the beast. So I've really enjoyed today. We've been very lucky with the weather, and I really like this boat. I'm not remotely surprised that she won Family Cruiser European Yacht of the Year in 2022 when she came out. It's light. Loads of hatches, and they all open, so it ventilates well. These are at the perfect level for enjoying the view. Yeah, I mean, the latches I'm a bit sticky on, and these could be more comfortable. But by and large, I really love the fore cabin. I think there's a lot of really exquisite design touches there, a lot of contrast used in the fabrics and the paneling. So yeah, it's easy to sail. It behaves itself very well. The steering's lovely. And this one has the pantry, which apparently most people choose who get the 460. So the pantry having the washing machine and the freezer in it as kind of a utility room, if you like. Yeah, and there's loads of different layout options. They all involve 2 aft cabins, but you can have the forward cabin split into 2 as either 2 doubles or 2 bunk cabins. You can have the chart table or not, and that would involve a longer galley. That could be a heads. There are so many different ways of putting this boat together, and it really depends on you how you want to do it. So we look at price. Standard boat in Germany, unspec'd, is £336, excluding VAT. The one we're sailing, excluding VAT, is £521,000. It's heavily spec'd, and it's easy to sail. I mean, paying £521,000 is about as much effort as this boat involves. Yeah, I see how it won Family Cruiser of the Year. So what do you think? Do you want to see more tests like this? Engage with us, let us know. Drop us a comment, and we certainly read them all. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.